Imagine living in a country where the very act of trying to leave is considered treason punishable by death. A place where every border is fortified, every step is monitored, and even your thoughts are under scrutiny. For decades, North Koreans dreamed of escaping to freedom, but those dreams are now nearly impossible. The once porous borders have been transformed into a fortress of fear, complete with shoot-to-kill orders and impenetrable barriers. Even technology, once a lifeline to the outside world, has been weaponized to keep its citizens trapped. How did this happen? And why has escaping North Korea become a deadly mission against all odds? Let's uncover the chilling reality of how one man turned his country into the ultimate prison. The Iron Curtain, North Korea's psychological wall. In North Korea, the government doesn't just control physical movement, it controls the flow of information. The regime's reach is so all-encompassing that the state becomes a filter for everything its citizens hear, see, and experience. Foreign news, entertainment, and even ideas are banned. The regime has built a psychological wall as strong as its physical one, carefully curating the worldview of its citizens. People are not just kept in the dark, they are actively manipulated. Foreign media, books, films, and music are forbidden. Possessing these materials is considered a criminal act, and those caught face severe punishment. The idea is to prevent North Koreans from understanding the outside world, making it harder for them to even imagine life beyond their borders. This control over information is part of the regime's strategy to maintain power, ensuring that the only truth people know is the one dictated by the state. The dangers of defection, the quest for freedom. For those who risk defection, the path to freedom is fraught with peril. North Koreans who attempt to escape the country face an incredibly dangerous journey. The most common route is to travel north through China and Russia before making their way to countries like Mongolia or Thailand and eventually reaching South Korea. But even getting to China, North Korea's closest ally, doesn't guarantee safety. If defectors are caught in China, they are often deported back to North Korea, where they face severe punishment, including imprisonment, torture, or even execution. The journey to freedom is long, perilous, and requires both immense courage and the help of underground smuggling networks that operate across borders. But crossing those borders is only the beginning. What awaits defectors on the other side is often just as harrowing. The northern escape route, crossing into China or Russia. The northern border of North Korea has historically been one of the most common escape routes for defectors. Here, people have crossed the frozen rivers of the Yalu and Tumen rivers, traveling through the mountains into China, often in the dead of night. Once in China, defectors face a dangerous game of cat and mouse, evading Chinese authorities who work closely with North Korean agents to track down defectors. Russia, too, offers another potential escape route, but like China, it often sends North Korean defectors back, violating international laws protecting refugees. Even so, the northern route remains a lifeline for many desperate to leave the country. However, this route has become increasingly dangerous as the North Korean government has reinforced its borders and issued shoot-to-kill orders to prevent anyone from leaving or entering without permission. The smuggling network, escaping the system. The smuggling network in North Korea plays a critical role in helping defectors escape, but it also serves another purpose: breaking the regime's stranglehold on information. Smugglers sneak in foreign media, such as films, books, and music, often hidden on micro SD cards. These materials, banned by the government, provide a glimpse of the outside world to North Koreans who live under an oppressive regime. For many, it's the only way to understand what life is like beyond the borders. But smuggling is dangerous. The prices for such materials are high, and the risk of being caught is enormous. Even possessing foreign media is a criminal offense, and those caught face years of imprisonment or execution. Despite the risks, smuggling remains a vital underground operation, one that challenges the regime's control over information and helps to keep alive the dreams of freedom. Kim Jong-un's tightening grip. The post-2011 crackdown. When Kim Jong-un took power in 2011, following the death of his father, Kim Jong-il, the regime's grip on power became even tighter. Kim Jong-un is known for his ruthlessness, and his leadership has seen a significant increase in crackdowns against defection and the smuggling of foreign media. The regime has heightened surveillance along the northern border, constructing new fences, walls, and guard posts designed to prevent anyone from leaving the country. Shoot-to-kill orders were issued for anyone attempting to cross the border, turning North Korea's already dangerous escape routes into even deadlier paths. The isolation of North Korea has only grown under Kim Jong-un's leadership as the regime seeks to control every aspect of its citizens' lives. From tightening border controls to enforcing stricter laws, officials, it is clear that the Kim regime's primary goal is to maintain total control over its population at all costs. The pandemic lockdown sealing the country's fate. In January 2020, as the world began to feel the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, North Korea became the first country to completely seal its borders in an attempt to protect itself from the virus. The government's response was swift and extreme. All international flights were canceled, and trade with the outside world came to a halt. Even the already tightly controlled movement of people within the country was further restricted. While this extreme isolation may have been motivated by genuine concern over the virus, it also provided the regime with the perfect excuse to increase its surveillance and control over the population. North Korea took advantage of the pandemic to justify a complete lockdown, not just in terms of health measures, but as a way of deepening the regime's stranglehold on the country. This lockdown only made it harder for defectors to escape, as the borders became even more tightly sealed, and the risks of getting caught increased exponentially. The digital prison, surveillance and control. North Korea has taken its control over the physical world and extended it into the digital realm. In recent years, the regime has made significant strides in developing a closed digital state. State-sanctioned phones known as Red Star phones are the only legal phones in the country. These phones cannot connect to the internet, make international calls, or access foreign apps or media. Instead, they are heavily monitored by the government, with surveillance software installed that takes random screenshots of messages and activity. Even the phones of foreign travelers are closely inspected, with authorities looking for signs of forbidden content. Foreign-made phones, which can connect to the outside world, are now illegal, and possessing one can lead to arrest and imprisonment. The government's control over digital devices is just another layer of the wall it has built around its people, ensuring that the outside world remains out of reach. The end of defections, a country in lockdown. The number of successful defections from North Korea has plummeted since 2020. In 2020, only 229 defectors made it to South Korea, a dramatic drop from the thousands who escaped in the early 2000s. By 2021 and 2022, the number of successful defections had fallen even further, to just 67 and 63, respectively. This is the lowest level of defections in North Korea's history since it was founded in 1948. The regime's lockdown, increased border security, and heightened surveillance have made escaping the country nearly impossible. The dream of defection, which was once a realistic hope for many, is now a distant, dangerous possibility for only a few. For those who still dare to escape, the risks are higher than ever, and the chances of success are lower than ever before. A nation trapped. The future of North Korea's people. North Korea has become a nation trapped by its own isolation. For its 25 million citizens, the reality of daily life is one of repression, fear, and uncertainty. The country's borders are sealed, its people are surveilled, and its access to the outside world is almost entirely cut off. But even within this suffocating system, there remains a flicker of hope, an enduring desire for freedom. The stories of defectors, though fewer and farther between, show that the will to escape the regime's control is still alive. But with each passing year, as the regime tightens its grip on the country, that hope grows dimmer. North Korea may be isolated, but its people's yearning for freedom remains, even as they face the impossible odds of breaking free from the world's most formidable prison. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insights into global stories that need to be told.